And now I want to work on the popcorn. And for the popcorn, I've done a few pieces here already, and you can see what they're going to look like. And you can see how nice and dimensional they are. Let me show you how to achieve that look. First of all, I'm just going to do a couple pieces. I did the rest in advance, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do all this. But I'm going to take a yellow ink and sponge, and I'm going to heavily ink up the edges. Now, you might be asking yourself, if I'm almost inking the entire thing yellow, why did I even bother to cut it in white? Why didn't I just cut it in yellow? And I actually tried that, and I didn't really like the look of it nearly as well. I don't know why, but I just decided that I liked this better, and I could cut it out of the scrap space that was going to be left when I cut out the box. So I just went ahead and did that. Now I'm going to take a light brown, and this is called Creamy Caramel from Stampin' Up, and just on those puffed ends there, I'm going to ink a little brown. Not too heavy, because you don't want to cover up all the nice yellow that you just did, but it just gives it that little crisped popcorn look, because after you've popped your popcorn, it does have a little bit of brown on the edges, and gives it a little more dimension and makes it look more realistic. So now that we've inked it, the next thing we want to do is put the dimension on it, and what I used for that was this Tulip Puffy Paint. I found it in Michael's over in near the Artist Supply stuff, with the fabric yarn and fabric paint and embroidery tools and all that. And you just need the white. You can also find this at Walmart. I did find a 6-pack at Walmart. I think I mentioned that in my blog post. And you can see I'm just kind of globbing it on there. Another technical craft term. And I got a little dirt on that one, so let's cover that up. And you can also see that I'm not worried about the stroke marks that are appearing from the nozzle of the bottle. I'm just spreading it around with the bottle. And actually, the more texture and dimension you have, the better. So glob that on real good, and then you're going to heat it with your heat tool. Now, if you don't have a heat tool, the instructions say that you can do this with a steam iron. I've never tried it that way, I'll be honest with you, because the heat tool is just so much easier, and I think most of us probably have them, but if you don't, you might want to try that. I would try it on a test piece first. So I'm just going to heat this up, and I apologize for the noise, but you're going to see once this heat gun gets going, and it's just going to all of a sudden happen, and it's going to puff right up. Look at that. There it goes. And sometimes the more you heat it, the more it puffs up. And also the thicker areas are going to puff up a little bit more. But you just want to heat that till it's puffed up. Make sure you get all the areas so that it's completely dry. And that one puffed up quite a bit. Be real careful not to burn your fingers. That's why you should be using the tweezers and not your fingers. So you're going to do that with all of them, and then you want to set them aside and let them cool. Now, for video purposes, I'm not going to let them cool, but I'm going to show you that after they cool, I like to go in with my marker and add a little buttery look to it, so that it looks like buttered popcorn. All right, so there's my popcorn. I've got all that done now. I'm going to bring back in the pieces that I've already done, and I'm going to come back with you in a minute and show you how to assemble the whole thing.